Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Take a seat anywhere on this side.
Thank you for coming.
Leave your chocolate rose. Nope. It's for Hershey.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, because I can see that.
I don't know what that's from. I think it could be from me. It could be from you.
Steph, you know how to work the
Thank you
lights.
for coming.
Is that good enough?
Thank you.
Now that you've all arrived to our funeral service for Milton Snavely Hershey, I want to thank you for coming and ask that you find your seats quickly and quietly, and let's begin. As most of you know, our dear Milton was born September 13th, 1857, to Miss Fanny Snavely Hershey and Henry Hershey. He only received a 4th grade education due to his parents wanting him to learn a trade. 4th grade was enough for them, and they said, it's time. You need to learn something. His first job was at a printer. He absolutely hated it, and he did not last long at this job. Shortly after this first job that did not go well, he decided, I'm going to work for a confectioner. After working for some time with this confectioner, he decided he wanted to open his own business. So he went to his aunt, and he said, can I borrow $150? Yes, just $150 to start his very own business. She gave it to him. He failed. It was awful. Didn't make it anywhere. After this failed attempt, his father, who had now divorced his mother, moved to Denver. And Milton said, I'm going to go visit him. So he went out, and he got a job there, working with another confectioner, as you might have guessed, because it was his calling. In Denver, he learned how to use fresh milk in his caramels, and he absolutely loved it. Shortly after, he tried to open more businesses with more failed attempts in Chicago, New Orleans, and New York City. But obviously he has made it somewhere, so he kept trying. In Milton's life, there was a man, Henry Levy Ledfisher, who was a good friend and business partner. Milton knew him because he had previously worked for him in his Philadelphia store until it closed. So shortly after Milton's failed attempts, he went home to his parents and said, I need more money. And they said, absolutely not. And while you're at it, find a place to stay tonight. He went to Levy's house, who took him in, gave him clean clothes and a meal, and they sat and talked for a while. Levy decided, I'm going to help you out. Levy never had any children, and he looked at Milton like one of his own. Shortly after, they started the Lancaster Caramel Company, which I don't know if most of you know this, but is Milton Hershey's first company. Levy stayed in Milton's life until the day he passed away. He was a very, very good business partner and always looked out for Milton. Once they started the Lancaster Caramel Company, Milton started making the Hershey's Crystal A caramels. And this is a receipt from them. They used fresh milk, and it was a huge success. An English importer loved this so much that he offered to have a purchase for $250,000. When this happened, it gave Milton enough money, enough capital to get a loan to really expand his business by this point. after this, Milton decided he was going to attend the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893. It was here where he found his actual love for chocolates because he decided he wanted to start dipping his caramels in chocolate. In doing so, he actually found out how much more he loved chocolate than he did caramels. Shortly after this, Milton decided to sell his caramel company, and which he received $1 million for, which then was a huge success. Now that I have given my eulogy for dear Milton, I would like to yield to Lady Burgett, who will be speaking about our dear Milton's legacies and contributions. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending this memorial for my dear friend, Milton Hershey.
Fun comes from different places. Turns a beautiful morning to a wonderful day. Things to see, things to do, places to be, there's lots for you. Hershey Park happy, Hershey Park glad. So many things to see and do, good times to be had. So many things to see and do, Hershey Park.
Now that you have gotten a glimpse of one of the most well-known contributions that Milton Hershey has left behind, I would like to discuss with you some other contributions and his legacy that you may not know